Welcome to the kingdom. I'm the king. Today we're ranking mainline Pokemon games. I chose to do this because I love Pokemon. I just want to do this. So, yeah. And this will be our first ever, full ranking video. So, yeah, let's get this, man. First things first, I'm going to start off with any games I haven't played, at all. I have no idea. I have no idea what these are right here. Where's the other one? I have no idea what these are. These things right here, I have no idea. Let me know what those are. The only other two games I haven't played... Well, there's 4 games on here I haven't played. So let me just move this into here. This, I'll explain why in a little bit. And then right here. Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu are both going into F tier. Even though I haven't played them, I was never planning on playing them anyways, and I never will. Literally due to the fact I heard that difficulty was the easiest games to ever exist, and Pokemon at the time was already on a downhill. And then these games came out and didn't help at all. And then I heard it's just boring. I don't have time for that. I'm not trying to waste my money on that. I'm not trying to play that. Plain and simple. Anywho, on to the real ranking. So we're going to go... where are they at? We're going to start off with... Where are they? Okay, here we go. Red. Where's that? Where's blue? Blue. They both got to go in B tier. Started off the franchise, plain and simple. They're goated for that one reason already. The Pokemon you're able to choose from, fair, good amount, all balanced. I did like that. On top of the fact, you have to take into consideration the music, graphics, stuff of that nature. Older games, you have to give them a pass on that. Story-wise, not bad. Not the best, but definitely not bad. So they have to stay at B. I did like them. The protagonist, Red, and you had your rival, Blue. That's a good rivalry they had. So I like that, right? Gyms, all unique for the most part. I like that, so they were straight. Difficulty was also there, so that's why they have to be in the B tier. Next up, we're going to get... Honestly, we're going to get their remakes, which is Fire Red and Leaf Green. Okay, let me explain something to you, and to the people who are going to be like, oh, how can you put the remake in B? The graphics, the audio, and stuff like that went up. But people don't realize that Fire Red and Leaf Green are literally the exact same game. Just with, again, updated graphics because of updated technology. Overall, they are the exact same games, and I will stand on that forever. So they can't go any higher just because they got better with technology. It doesn't count. Anyways, moving on. Let me do something a little interesting here. Let's mix it up. X and Y. What am I thinking of? X and Y. Okay. Ooh, do I do it? X and Y. See, X and Y. Okay, you know what? X and Y, in my opinion... The reason why they're in B tier as well, even though technically they should be like C+, but the reason why they're in B tier, they introduced Mega Evolution, the mainline story with Team Flare, and the way they were moving about, the old man at the very end, I can't remember his name, but he had the Flabebe and the 1,000-year thing. It was pretty sick to watch that. The 2 legendaries, Life and Death, that was awesome. Introduction of Mega Evolution was amazing. Here's the issue with the game though. Oh, audio, by the way, and visuals, great. Here's the issue with the game, though. First things first, kind of too easy. They handed you, half your team. And that wasn't just oh, half your team was trash. No. Mega Lucario, the Cantonian starters again, but with Mega Evolutions this time. A Lapras. They handed you, your whole team, basically. And they were good Pokemon, too. The other issue with the game, the rivals, all the rivals were trash. All 4 or 5 of them, trash. They put that many in, and they're all terrible. The other issue with the game, whatchamacallit, most of the time Team Flare seemed kind of mid. At the very end, when they were capturing the legendary, they were kind of good, but for the most part they were kind of mid. That was my other issue with the game. But yeah, difficulty and all that was not there for that, so they can't go any higher than that. And technically they aren't C, they should be C+, but I'd put B. Next, okay, here we go. First, C tier games. Man, I don't know, C or D, but here we go. Sword and Shield are going to be in C. Here's the problem with Sword and Shield. Super easy, first and foremost. Second thing, the reason why they up this high kind of is because, first off, they're the first games with full DLCs, so that was pretty cool to see. I'm a fan of the legendaries. I don't know why people bring them down. Their starters are terrible, but though, I will say that. The starter Pokemon are terrible. The story of the Sword and Shield are kind of mid, if I'm being honest. The overall story of the games are kind of mid. The champion Leon and his whole undefeated thing was pretty cool. Your rival was trash. I can't sit here and lie about that. The overall region itself, trash. It felt like a linear loop, like just going straight back and forth. It was kind of boring, and the like open area, I guess it was what it called, was terrible. So I didn't like that too much. So yeah, that's my opinions on that game. Music wasn't bad. Graphics were actually really good. People downplay that. I don't know why. But this game is mostly carried by VGC. People don't realize that. Also, Dynamax was an okay gimmick, not the best. Oh, Emerald has got to go on S. Plain and simple. The game was balanced overall. Great starters, great region. Evil teams with actual motives and stuff of that nature was awesome. Legendary Pokemon. I mean, dude, Rayquaza. You could also get Kyogre and Groudon, Deoxys, all them. Like that was awesome. You can't dispute that. The game was awesome. You had a rival that actually was good and not trash. Champion, Steven Stone, Wallace, all them. Like, come on now. Like, that's just Emerald in a nutshell. Which also brings me to, really quick, I'm kind of spewing this all at the same time because here we go. Ruby and Sapphire. Ruby, Sapphire, both have to be, in my opinion, in A because they're not as good as Emerald, but they're all in the same realm. So I did like that. Next up, Black and White. See, Black and White, I low-key want to put B, B plus if they're right there, but I'm gonna slide towards A. Yeah, I'm gonna slide towards A for Black and White. Legendaries and story, spot on, amazing. At times, like between the second and third gym, and I believe like the seventh, sixth gym were kind of boring. That area of the games are boring. The starters are mid. They're very mid in these games. I can't dispute that fact. The music was fantastic in these games. The region overall, fantastic. Unova region is one of the best regions ever. The whole revamp of all the Pokemon, like a whole fresh set of Pokemon, was cool. The designs of those Pokemon were kind of mid, and the viability of them was kind of mid, if I'm being honest. But the games, in terms of your rival, in terms of the story, the Elite Four, the champion, all of it was gold. I did like that. The music, again, fantastic. The music was fantastic in this game. So yeah, they have to be there. And it did have a little bit of post game too, so that was pretty cool to see. Next, you gotta go right on to Black and White 2. Where is it at? Black and White 2. Black and White 2 is straight gold. You really can't dispute that. I'm sorry. Black and White 2 is fantastic. They added in a whole new set of Pokemon, like a plethora of other Pokemon you could choose from for viability. The story got even deeper. Your rival was actually slightly better than Black and White. Not the best rival, but not bad. The music was still there. Story, everything was fantastic about these games. They were like basically perfect, if not my favorite games, if I'm being honest. I think I've replayed that a bit too much. And the legendaries on it, sick. Kyurem with the DNA splicing was awesome. All right, next, let's go on to gold. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Gold, silver, heart gold, soul silver. Now, for those of you who just probably had a heart attack, maybe died a little bit, here's my issues with these games. First off, the Johto region is kind of mid, if I'm being honest. It's not terrible, but it's not the best either. But the issues with these games is you advertise 16 badges in a whole nother region for Kanto. By the time you get to Kanto, people don't realize that you're pretty much set. Like, it's not difficult at all. You kind of breeze your way through Kanto, and there's not really a story on that side so much. So it kind of brings down the whole game. It just feels like a huge push to just more content. There was no actual quality of the content going into Kanto. I didn't really understand that part. However, the only things that did save Kanto was, again, facing Red on Mount Silver. That was amazing. One of the hardest battles, if not the hardest battle of all time. Elite Four, of course. Team Rock in this game was okay. They weren't the best, but seeing Lance like destroy stuff and just go around acting like crazy was awesome. The Red Gyarados, awesome. Overall story on the Johto side was pretty sick, especially with Ho-Oh, Lugia, and all that. That was pretty sick to see. But it was just lacking. The music was good in this game too, but it was just lacking. Difficulty was there as well, but it was just lacking, in my opinion. It was lacking a decent rivalry, and it was lacking, content, like good quality content. That's what was lacking, and the evil team was kind of lacking. Next up, Sun and Moon. Okay, here we go. Sun, Moon. Like I said, I was going to come back to these right here, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. So Sun and Moon were terrible. Okay, I'll put that plain and simple. I didn't put them in F for a reason. The reason I didn't put them in F, Sun and Moon tried something new, like a 4 to 5 island region. Kind of sick, to be honest. It was cool to watch and cool to play along with. The issues I have with the game, one, this is when the difficulty of the game became like way too easy. I kind of breezed through this game really fast. The island trials were trash. Like they were actually terrible. I don't know who actually enjoyed the island trials, but they were terrible. Music wasn't bad. Graphics wasn't bad either. The Z moves gimmick was trash. I don't understand. Like it wasn't good. It's not as good as Mega Evolution. It wasn't as good as Dynamax and Gigantamax at all. So it has to be down here. The rivalry was terrible. I mean, it was a breeze, if I'm being honest. No actual good story with this game at all. I heard Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon were better, but I already wasted my money on those games, so I didn't want to buy Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. That's why I didn't play them. But I heard they were better. I heard they were like B tier games, so maybe. Whew, man, oh man. Diamond and Pearl have to be in C. First off, the lack of fire types really brings this entire game down. The lack of fire types is atrocious. Second off, with the viability, like again, a fresh new set of Pokemon, the viability of choosing the Pokemon in this game were terrible. Everybody used the same teams. It was Infernape, Luxray, Staraptor, Garchomp, maybe Togekiss, and fill in a water type like Gastrodon or something. Dude, that's literally all you had for this game and Platinum. The only difference is Platinum had a bit better of a story with Team Galactic. I did like that. Team Galactic in both the games was fantastic. The legendaries are great, but the lack of whatchamacallit. Oh, also the rivalries and the gyms were good too. Especially Elite Four with Cynthia and all that. That was also valid. What do you think? The lack of Pokemon and versatility in the game really brings this game down. And the whole underground thing, you advertise underground and this and that for it not to be able to do anything. And BDSP, it did something, but that game's just even worse than these two, so they got to be here respectively. Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, I'm gonna put into A. In terms of remakes, yes, these are what remakes are supposed to be. They're really good games. Still had Mega Evolution in it. Still gave the legendaries a greater form, being their primal forms, which was even better to see. Had the whole Delta episode after, which was fantastic. That's like a great somewhat DLC to it. It was amazing. Post game was amazing. Viability of the Pokemon you could choose from made sense. Rival made sense. Story made sense. Legendaries, it was awesome. Overall, awesome. Music, visuals, how the game looked, awesome. Legends Arceus. Okay, I'm currently playing this. I'm at like the summit of Mount Coronet or the bottom of Mount Coronet. I just got Sneasler, so I'm like halfway through the game. I'm gonna put this in B. Trying something new was great. I did like that. The story so far seems pretty good. The alpha Pokemon aren't too difficult. I don't know why people seem like it was difficult or enjoyable. It's kind of okay. I don't like it as much as gyms, but I do like it more than the Island Trials. I will say that. What else about these games? There's really no rivalry in this game, which brings it down. And there's no really evil team except for like the Bandit ladies, which are nah. So yeah, that's why it has to be here. Music is fantastic in this game, and visuals is fantastic. Best of the entire Pokemon franchise so far is this game right here. I will say though, since this is the first Legends game and we have Legends ZA coming out, I think next year, this will be a good stepping stone for that game. I feel like Legends ZA was going to be really awesome. But yeah, this is a good starting point for a new mainline type of game. I did like that. But I just don't understand where you couldn't have... And the free roam thing was awesome. I just wish they added a bit... added rivalries, and you don't have to take away gyms for something like this. I feel like they could have gyms. Granted, I know it's about the past and building up your comfort level with the Pokemon, so I did like that. That did add more to the story. But for now, I'm going to keep it here. Granted, I'm still halfway. It may go up, may go down, you know. Last but not least, Crystal. Yeah, no. Crystal's trash, and Gold is pretty good. Crystal, I don't like Crystal. I'm sorry. Honestly, I don't like the Game Boy Color. I feel that's what's bringing it back. But Yellow, along with all this, all C. Crystal, I just don't like Crystal. But this is my list. Let me know what you guys think. I feel this is a valid list. Let me know what you guys would change, what you guys keep. Any other criticisms you guys have, let me know. Let me know in the comments down below. Any other list you want me to rank, let me know down below. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next one.